So first, I know we've probably heard the word balance being thrown around quite a lot. So what exactly is balance? Balance is when all areas of our life are equal parts or of equal balance. So if we had a weighing scales, all we would have like equal our family, our friends, our career, our relationships. Each area of our life would basically be weighing an equal amount, or if there were circles drawn on a page, they'd all be basically the same size. So the same amount of energy we would be putting into each one. So they'd all be level. And I don't know about you, but I've never really experienced this in my life where every area of my life is being fully balanced, because I mean then everything would be pretty like I don't know if it would be awesome, because then if we didn't have any sort of struggle there'd be nothing to strive for, so maybe you'd be bored. But what I'm saying is, in my life experience anyway, not everything must be balanced at the same time, because we do not need to put as much energy into everything at the same time, or we may have different priorities at different time. So for example, our health, we may find that we want to make some improvements in our health, and we want to start a new exercise routine and implement some healthier habits. So let's say if we have 100% energy focus, we may want to put 30% into that, and then we may want to put 10% say into relationships, and then maybe we want to put 20% into our friendships, maybe 10% into our career, and I don't know, the other 10% on um, I don't know, travel. I'm just brainstorming here right now. So everyone's life and looks a little different, and different areas where we want to put that energy as well. So you're going to require different needs at different times. So we're going to have different focuses at different times as well. So whether that's health, or maybe for someone else their main focus is their relationship. Maybe their relationship's feeling a little bit rocky, so they want to put a lot of the energy, a lot of their focus into that relationship, and not so much onto the other scales. So this one, if it's on the weighing scales, the relationship one is feeling like a little bit heavier, the rest of them are floating up here. Or maybe now we've got the relationship up to balance, and now it's our career that we want to focus on, so the career one we put a little bit more into, and it just seems to go more so like that. So it's not exactly balance, because balance is more so when everything is weighing the same. So if we had a weighing scales, we would want everything to weigh the equal weights, and that's not really the goal that we want in life, because we have to focus on different things at different times. So now, what is alignment and what is the difference? So alignment, how I picture it, is more so like, okay, alignment, so lining up, so lining all of your I don't know, your ducks in a row. You've probably heard that saying before. Or how I see it is, okay, so remember in science when you had the magnets that basically attract together, and then all the little tiny pieces of magnets around that? So I see it as one line. So imagine drawing a line with that metal that attracts the magnet. So you have your line basically, and then all of the other magnets, once that line's there, can start attracting down to that line. So all of the little grains of magnets are attracted down to that line. Whereas if you didn't have that line, or if that line of your life basically, so your life goals was broken up into little parts and more scattered in different areas, then the magnets wouldn't know where to go. They'd be going to different places. Whereas if you know exactly where you're going in life and what you want next and what you're focusing on, you can be more aligned to it, and then things can come to you. So with being aligned in my life, a couple of things that I've been going through is basically realizing, with career or with jobs, like, does this suit my lifestyle? Does this suit the life that I want to live in my life? Do I feel good around my friends? Are these the kind of people that I want to have as my friends? Or do I feel good with my health? Am I happy with where I'm at? And if you're confused and really unsure about what your answer is to some of these questions, a better way to phrase it is, if I ask you, how do you think you'd feel if everything was to stay the same with your health in a year's time? Or how do you think you'd feel if everything was to stay the exact same in your relationship a year's down? Or maybe it would look differently if everything stays the same. How would that turn out? So that can be a better way to ask that question. And then you will start to realize, well, actually, I want to get to know myself a little bit more and realign to who I am as a person. So now, how do you start to do this? So things that helped me was basically finding out, and my clients as well, so finding out what your what your own why is, like your own purpose and what it is that you're going for, your own values, your own beliefs, your own wants in your life. So what do you want in your relationship? What do you want in your friendships? What do you want in your career? What do you want out of your lifestyle? So basically considering, and your health, so considering all of these areas and then lining it up so you know basically a general gist of what you want. And then once you know that and line it all up together, things start to attract towards that. And it doesn't look like a balance, because we focus on different things, like we were saying, at different times. So I may be drawing that line and mostly focusing on health, but when I'm actually focusing on health and building up healthy habits, it's going to, as a byproduct, pour into my relationships. And maybe I'm going to be more positive, more energized. I'm going to have more time for my family or my partner or people around me, or if I'm feeling healthier as well, like maybe I'm going to be feeling more confidence in my career and doing better. So every area has like a knock-on effect to every other area as well. So alignment is really an important thing, basically an important tool to use basically to make sure that we're living the life that we want to live, because we only do get one life, well, one life that we certainly know of for sure anyway. And wouldn't we want to live it to our full potential, or at least in a way that feels good for us? And these are some tips to really help you to get aligned to your life. So really discovering, what do I want out of my life? How do I want to feel? How do I want to impact the world? And what do I want my day-to-day life to look like? So I found myself in a pattern before when I was basically working as a personal trainer. And when I was working as a personal trainer, like, I liked it, I found it was fun, I wanted to help people. I'd gone through my own journey with like eating disorders and struggling with food and body image, so I wanted to become a personal trainer. I was still going through some of this journey, but I'd gone through a lot of it. And then I was feeling like a bit of a fraud or an imposter, because I wasn't like 100% at the end of that journey. But then I did get to a certain point and build a certain confidence where I was able to become a personal trainer. But after a short time, I realized that, it didn't really feel authentic or aligned to me, because my manager wanted me to, give a generic food eating plan to the members in my gym for 1,500 calories, which I just really didn't agree with. Because if someone is working in, for example, like people that were working in an office in Google, and they have like, then they're coming to me and then I'm telling them like eat broccoli and chicken, like how does that work into their life? Like how does that look in their social life, with their friends, with their family, with their career? It just doesn't make sense to me. So it would have made more sense for me for them to make small adjustments, and then to also focus on the habits and behaviours and behind the scenes, and work on their confidence and work on their self-belief, and to to, as those blocks come up and fears that we have about, when we are becoming healthier, fears of what we're going to let go, what's our partner going to think when we're becoming healthier? They're going to think we're becoming better than us, all these natural thoughts that we have. So helping them through more of that process as well, and it becoming more personal. That's really what I was craving, but I didn't know how to do it. So and then also with my lifestyle, it was like long hours. It was like early mornings, late nights, and then like in between I like didn't have time to do anything. So it just really didn't align to me. And then I felt like a bit of a fraud, because I was a personal trainer, yet I'm working like all these long hours, not having enough time to like rest for myself, or having like really a lot of finances to live a comfortable life pretty much. So I actually stepped away from that and went traveling for a couple of years. Really wanted to like just follow my passions basically and see what I was interested in, and then realized that I was interested definitely a lot more in travel. Went traveling to Europe for a couple of years, came out like €7, and then decided, oh, I want to go more, and then ended up living in America for a couple of years. And then that led me basically to what I'm doing now, so working as a coach, and that just feels so much more aligned to me. Like, I mean, I get to have conversations every day with people and discover what their passions are. Like, I don't know, like what's better than that, because I just love having those conversations where I'm literally like digging in deep, and I'm like, oh, what do you want to do with your life? Like, when people usually say like, hey, how's the weather? Like, it's good. I'm usually like, hey, like, so, what do you do with your life? And what do you want for your life? Like, I love those conversations. So I get to have them all the time and have people like rediscover basically their passion and purpose and realign to themselves. So super great stuff. And also it allows me to be on that right path. So maybe I'm not at the end of that path just yet, or where I think it's gonna go, but where I'm like right here, and where I see it going at the moment is like, oh cool, now I want to study more like yoga, I want to study more like meditation, I want to get better and master it myself as well. And then maybe I want to study like energy healing, and I can just see how much it's gonna like progress, already. So that's just like getting me like fired up and excited about the future. And that's how it feels to be aligned to yourself, like basically feeling fired up, feeling excited, feeling energized, feeling like you're on track, like you're in the journey, you're in the game, you're on action. Like maybe you're not at like the end right here, or maybe you think that it's gonna look like a straight line and look slightly up or look slightly bendy, but you know, make changes go, you may add on some lines. I hope this makes sense to you, because I can visualize like all of this in my head right now, and I know I'm a little excited and I didn't fully script this out. So I hope this video does make sense to you. I hope you got something from it, and I'm looking forward to my next video. So we'll see how this one goes, if it was basically interpreted by anyone. If it was not, maybe I need to make some tweaks to make it more structured. We'll just see what happens. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Can't wait for the next videos. And if you do have any questions, comments, anything you want to say, do write it below. I'll leave my social medias in the description box below also. And hey, if you like this video, do feel free to give it a thumbs up, like it if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'll be here. Bye now.